So as I said before, up next is Block-Key Capital. I think that Block-Key Capital is something that you guys are really going to want to pay attention to and learn a little more about. It's a pretty interesting story, actually. We have our roots in MUBC and the experiences that we've had here at Miami. This is a startup that I'm personally invested in. I'm actually one of the managing partners of this fund. And myself, along with 6 like-minded individuals, actually first met each other through MUBC, of all places, came together and started Block-Key Capital, which is a multi-strategy research and investment firm operating the blockchain crypto asset ecosystem. Essentially, BKC is a hedge fund, which operates in the emerging crypto asset class. So our founding partners were first brought together while creating MUBC as we know today. At MUBC, we discovered mutual passion and drive to be part of the blockchain revolution, and honestly, with all of us combined, we have over 20 years of combined blockchain experience and crypto experience, each of us having had experience in the space before, working in the space, and continuing to apply our knowledge to Block-Key Capital. So, put your hands together and please help me in welcoming Block-Key Capital's 2 managing partners, Hanson Behringer and Nico Katsabanis.
Yeah, I can't, oh, sweet.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hanson Behringer.
And I'm Nico Katsabanis.
Like Patrick said, we are 2 of the co-founders and managing partners of Block-Key Capital, a research and investment firm founded by 8 Miami University students and alumni last spring.
Not quite.
This is nice. For Pat. More technical difficulties here.
Do you have a joke to tell?
It's not. One moment.
Well, I guess while we're up here, we can thank Pat and everybody that helped put this on today. Dr. Carvalho, thanks a lot. Tim Holcomb really helped us get our start in this space. He's a great guy if you guys need help with any sort of startup or anything in that space. But try to get this going for you just real quick.
Yep. Alright, so again, I'm Hanson Behringer.
I'm Nico.
So let's get started here.
Right, so we started Block-Key Capital because we saw an opportunity, because we're living currently in a transitional time. And that transition is moving away from the current internet of information towards an internet of value. And what that is basically that we use all of these platforms and services essentially for free, but we are the product. All of these firms, looking at Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, any sort of social media that you're using for free, you are the product. They're taking your data and essentially selling it to the highest bidder. And we're operating under the assumption that you should be compensated for that data. So that's kind of where we got our thesis to enter the space. And so just to give you a little bit of high-level information on what blockchain really is, it's a distributed ledger, and it has 4 main qualities that make it so special. One, that it's open source, meaning that anybody across the world can contribute to it. Open source software grows more and more every year, and has penetrated pretty much all spaces of software. It's uncensorable, so as soon as something is submitted to a blockchain or written onto a blockchain, it can't be taken down, it can't be changed, it's there forever. It's robust. In a lot of cases, a lot of blockchains aren't robust because they don't have a lot of user base. But if you're looking at something like the Bitcoin blockchain, there are enough users that make it so a power outage or a server farm failure wouldn't cause anything to go down. And then finally, it's decentralized, meaning that across the entire world, there are tens of thousands or millions of nodes operating at all times to keep the blockchain running.
So clearly that we're still in the early stages in the infancy of this technology. Our firm's belief is that any industry reliant on trust, third-party agents, data validation, record keeping, etc., are prone to disruption from this technology. A few examples here: the remittance industry, the investment asset management industry, healthcare, you name it. We see a huge potential disruption across these spaces, both on a private and public scale, as well as globally. And I like to say, we're in the second inning of the 9-inning game. Who knows where we'll be in 5 to 10 years? It's an exciting space to be in. This kind of leads us to our next slide here, kind of how we came to where we are today. Our vision, our shared vision of these 8 individuals was a world in which this technology kind of revolutionizes the way that we conduct business as well as operate as a society. Our mission as a firm was to provide our clients exposure to this exciting emerging asset class while providing, education as well as client relations, and with any investment, hopefully return on your money.
Right, and so, as a firm, we are investing money, but that is not all we do. So, we're in an asset class where there is no institution that handles clearing of these transactions or basically anything that the regular financial system does have. So we've had a huge focus on security. And that means we have a massive amount of counterparty risk that we need to mitigate. And we do that through taking all assets immediately off of an exchange and storing them offline for our clients. On top of that, we like to be transparent with our clients. We're still working on putting together a real-time tool for them to see where their investments are. We try to do our best to keep in constant contact with our limited partners. In terms of return, if you look at the cryptocurrency space as a whole, we're sitting at about 96% down from all-time highs. So there's not going to be a ton of long return there. However, we still do think we are outperforming the general market at this time. Education, Warren Buffett, arguably the greatest investor of all time, always says, never invest in something you don't understand. He actually said that about Bitcoin. But we try to have our LPs understand the space that we're in and why we're putting the money there. And then finally, client relations are very, very important when you're managing someone's potential livelihood here. And we really try to make sure they understand the risk they are undertaking when they do invest with us.
So what you see in front of you here is a chart of the total market capitalization percentage, and in the orange line, clearly in the lead is Bitcoin with around 53% market cap dominance, and all these lines below are the hundreds, thousands of other projects and tokens out there that people might not know about. Ethereum is also a big one that we see this dark blue line here. But our job as a firm is to kind of dig through the dirt and find the diamonds in the rough for our clients that we believe will have substantial long-term returns. The Amazons, the Googles, the Microsofts of the .com bubble, that's what we're looking for. And kind of how we've established a guideline or framework of how we can find these diamonds in the rough, if you will. And first and most importantly is the development team. What's their experience in the space, their credentials? Do we believe that they can actually pull off what they've set up to do? After that, we look at token mechanics. So is it inflationary versus deflationary, proof of work, proof of stake, etc. Total, was there a pre-mine, total coins circulating? Those are all factors that go into play there. After that is innovation. So is this project actually solving a problem? Does it need a token, or more importantly, does it actually need blockchain, or are they just creating a problem to solve? After that, community support. If they can actually succeed and create a project, will there be a user base, a community behind it to support the product in the long run? And then kind of the best for last, regulatory compliance. We see this as a huge factor, especially in today's climate. There's been a big push on both the crypto believers, everyone in this room, and the lawmakers in Washington. This is a big topic of debate and kind of setting the framework for how this technology will play a role in our lives for years to come. And just kind of to dive more into that, identify and recognize the new investment opportunity. Is this a short-term investment or a long-term investment where we're just going to dollar cost average in over time? And then once we kind of identify that opportunity, one or two members of the team will conduct thorough and extensive research into the projects, really dive deep into the white paper, etc. Like, how does this actually work? And then they'll present their findings to the rest of the team. We require a majority vote of everybody involved in order to include this in our portfolio for our clients. And once we've gotten through all those three stages, funds are actually moved to the exchange. said asset is purchased, dollars having in, or they just market buy, if you will. But then assets are then withdrawn from the exchanges and stored in offline security protocols.
Right, so that's basically it for what Blocky Capital does, but we just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what we see the future of this space. So a couple of exciting things are happening right now. Within the next several months, BACT will launch, and that is a daily settled futures product based on Bitcoin. Currently, there are only 2 derivatives based on Bitcoin out there right now, put out by the CME and CBOE based on other monthly settlement futures. And what BACT is doing is breaking it down to daily settled. And we think that will either add more traction to Bitcoin or just be a demand pull for them as well. Additionally, we have JP Morgan, who their CEO Jamie Dimon, less than 2 years ago, called Bitcoin fraud, launched their own cryptocurrency used for large financial settlements. Don't go quit your day job and invest in JP Morgan coins. Not a public token, but they're using it for large settlements. On top of that, Hanson said it, Pat said it. This is the second inning of a 9th inning game, and we are approaching this, from sort of a VC standpoint, where this is a 10-year or 15-year horizon we're looking at. It's not going to change next month or next week, but we do see, long-term value of it available to be captured in space. Well, again, thanks for having us out here today, Pat Young, Professor Kowal, and everybody that had a hand in getting set up this week. We've had a good time being here. Thank you.
Thank you.